Hello guys, welcome to my channel. I created this video because there were some people asking my opinion if this is the right time to buy a house during a pandemic. Well, right now we all know that the market is down and unstable. Last week we can see that the market suddenly went up after how many weeks it keeps on falling to the lowest prices. We are on the brink of recession and struggling with this pandemic brought by a coronavirus, and a lot of people are dying every day. Who knows what kind of social, political, and economic fallout is waiting ahead of us? But regardless of what is happening today, there are buyers who want to take advantage of the time. First example is when the seller is facing a financial problem and may be forced to sell the house at a huge discount that could even exceed 10 to 20% below their fair market asking price is. Second is low interest rate offered by the banks, which means lower monthly mortgage payment on your home loan. Therefore, you can technically pay more since your monthly costs are lower. Naturally, the buyers want to take advantage of historically low interest rates and to buy at the lowest price. Now, let's talk about how prepared are you and how much money do you have. Of course, it is unquestionable to those who really have the money. First, is your job not in danger of being cut off? Do you have any other stream of income even if you get sick and unable to work? Do you have a 5 to 20% for a down payment? The good thing about having the 20% down payment, you don't need to pay for a mortgage insurance. Some people were rushing to buy a house without enough 5% down payment in their hands. They were tempted to borrow money from their RRSP, Registered Retirement Savings Plan, and the worst RRSP loan. This means they don't actually have the money in their RRSP account and take some loans to put into that said account and pull it out again to use it for a down payment. Once you used your own RRSP, you already robbed your future, the 65-year-old version of you. For those who loan their RRSP, make sure you repay it within a 15-year period with interest since it's a loan. If you can pay within the time period, the government will tax you plus penalties since you withdraw the money early instead of retirement age. After a down payment, let's go to your budget. We base our budget on our income and how much we can afford for the monthly mortgage. Let's say your budget is $250,000 for a house, but the bank approves you of $300,000. You will think, oh, maybe we can afford this $300,000 worth of a house because the bank approved us, and that is what the bank wants, for you to borrow more money. Another scenario is when you fall in love with a $300,000 worth of house rather than $250,000. I suggest sticking on your budget no matter what because that is what you can afford. The next to mortgage is paying mortgage insurance if your down payment is less than 20%. You also need to get home insurance and also private life insurance. Some would say, I have life insurance already from my company. The bank will not accept it because what if you will resign or will be fired, you cannot bring the life insurance with you. So that is why you need a private one. Then last is, do you have the money for a closing cost? Most home buyers don't know about this. Therefore, they borrowed the money using their line of credit. In the end, they were surprised to pay the monthly mortgage, mortgage insurance, home insurance, life insurance, and closing costs that they borrowed from line of credit and the RSP loan if the buyers don't have the money for a down payment. Because of this, the pressure and stress are so high just to catch up with your monthly bills. The bank will repossess your house later on if you are not able to continue paying off your mortgage like what happened in the United States in 2008. People were buying houses that they can afford until the banks repossess their houses, which affects the economy. In order to avoid this, you need to save well enough to cover all the cost of buying a house without borrowing except mortgage. Assuming you can afford a mortgage and the other costs involved, then yes, this is the right time to buy a house. However, it also means that there is a greater risk in the economy in general, where there is a risk of unemployment and people are not being able to make their monthly mortgage payments. As a result, banks will tighten their lending standards and it may be harder to actually secure a mortgage despite the lower rates, and the risk people get confused. There's also logistical issues at hand. Even you could buy a home, but still right now, most buyers would wish to physically go and see the property. Bring home inspector to assess the property, and assuming you get accepted offer, and need to hire movers to move into the property. Depending on what amount of time is needed to contain this virus, those three things are difficult if not impossible to do it right now. Compounding the problem are now closed government agencies like notaries and title offices. In the end, it's hard to make a serious, perhaps lifelong purchase knowing that you're not seeing everything the market has to offer. If you want to know more about finances, please subscribe and follow me on Facebook. Thank you for watching.